I'm ready.
Well, good morning and welcome back to another episode of Memories of Margaret, where the life and legacy of Margaret Curle will be shared through stories of her love for Christ and all people. I am your host, Martha Sue French. I am also the youngest of 6 children of Howard and Margaret Curle. Now, this is episode 10. So thank you for continuing to tune in to share memories and stories of a wonderful woman who just happens to be our mother. Now, today we have another special guest joining us, the next to the youngest daughter and child, Wyoma Curle. So, welcome, Wyoma, or Sissy, Wyoma, Miss Y.
It's
Have
why
a you have a myriad of names.
I do. Good morning, my sissy.
Thank you. Now, provide the viewers with a brief background or bio on you, however much you want them to know, how much or how little you want them to know.
Well, as you said, I am the 5th child. Um, Kind of like the middle. Sometimes, you know how you feel like the middle. Well, I was the middle daughter. I am the middle daughter.
Yes.
I am the mother of Jeremy. I'm single mom. Just been me and my son for a long time. Um, I love kids. I work with children, love kids, and I'm ready to go.
Thank you. That was short and sweet. So thank you, Sissy.
Yes.
Now, today's featured poem is Spokesperson. Now, this poem can be found in the poetry book On Speaking Terms with God, as well as in From My Heart to Yours, both of which are available along with She Still Speaks for $9.99 each through Amazon. So now I'm going to read the poem Spokesperson. Spokesperson. The words I write are not from me. God puts them in my mind. Without his help, my intellect such great thoughts could not find. He comes to me, an idea forms, a poem begins to grow. And as I pick up my pencil, the words begin to flow. And though I do not understand how such a thing can be, I am so humbly thankful that God should speak through me. Margaret
All
Naomi
right.
Curle.
Yes, she had such wonderful poems, and everyone meant something to somebody.
They
I mean,
did.
she would people that had passed, she would send things to the families, and she would. I remember her. Um, Remember when she would take her cancer treatments?
Yep.
Remember she had to go take her cancer treatments, and she made a friend with this young man that was in there. I remember her talking about, I think he was like 23. He was in his early 20s, and he had to, what is it, testicular, how do you say it?
Oh, testicular cancer?
Cancer.
Uh-huh.
And they, you know how mom talk and talk and talk. Well, she wrote a poem for this young man. And I don't, I'm sure he was appreciative or whatever, but he ended up passing.
Mm.
And I mean, mama had met this man when they were taking treatments, this young man. And it really, I mean, you know how mom, things like that just, it was like it was, oh, and she ended up meeting his family, I think. And I mean, just stuff like that, it's just, well, we know she just loved everybody.
She was
I would,
talented. I mean, she
I,
shared that talent with everybody, which is why I'm so grateful and so thankful to be able to have this forum to share her poetry and just memories of her with people who may not have known her.
right. And I remember her telling me one time, we were watching something on TV, and something came up. Somebody had done something bad, and she said this quietly. I mean, I heard her. She said, everybody has some good in them somewhere. She said, you just have to, some people, you have to go a little deeper to find it.
What? And she was like that too.
Yeah.
You couldn't
And
get
I was
mama to
like,
say anything bad about anybody. Me, on the other hand, yes,
I mean, I'm like that some,
to a
but
degree you are. Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, I'll just say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
So we're going to jump into today's episode, and I'm going to start out with the poem was entitled Spokesperson. Now, you
Yes.
mentioned you're the mother of Jeremy, and when Jeremy was a guest on, he told a story about how Mama literally saved his life.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, so basically, she was the spokesperson, but do you remember that meeting, or do you remember that
Of
situation? Do you
course,
want to
I
share
was
more
with you.
about it?
We were, I think he said what did he say?
He said
Hospital.
hospital. Yeah.
We were at the uh clinic. What is it? The
Oh, like the health department?
health department.
Okay.
And we had went in there, and of course I was, pregnant, whatever. And the lady, we came out, and the lady, Mom and I were walking out, and the lady was kind of walking behind us, and she was like, here, and Mom was like, what is this? This is a address and number for the abortion clinic. And and we were like, what? And Mama said, what? She said, well, situations like this was 1976, of course, 75. And Mama said, we won't be needing that. And turned around and went on about her business.
Good. Good.
I mean,
I had never heard that story. I don't think you had ever
that
told me
that
that
would
story.
always stay in my mind.
Mm.
You know, well, okay.
I say, but to share that, what I'm saying, that just shows her faith. That just shows, her Mama was a strong person, but she had that quiet
Yes.
strength about her.
Right. That, yeah, yes, and when it comes to family, like the Mama Tiger, and I remember Aunt Belle, was telling us, talking about Jeremy, and she said he's a gift from God. She
Amen.
said, we don't want no more. But this one, she said, he calms your dad. That's what she told me. She said, he calms your dad. And I was like, wow.
You know what? I
And
never thought of it like that, but that's
yeah,
true.
you
That's
know,
true.
when he got up and got, that was daddy's, daddy loved all his grandchildren, but Jeremy was right, right there and stuff.
Jeremy was right there.
Yeah, but I remember that he calms your dad. Yeah.
Now, I know you have probably many memories of growing up in Roanoke and probably in Siberia too. Um, of all of us, of Mama and
Yes.
Daddy, but do
Yes.
you have any specific favorite memories that you like to share?
Oh my goodness. There's so many. Um, like I said, all the grandchildren, grandchildren, mom and daddy. I remember, you remember this too, when your son would come out and stay, and mom. I mean, as soon as one of them walked in the house, daddy would say, "Mama, get up and fix him something to eat." I mean, get up and fix, and she'd say, "Are y'all hungry?" "No." "Mama, get up and fix them something to eat." Now that one, I mean, that was always, but it wasn't only for that, it was for other people. Somebody come in, they thought they were hungry, "Mama, get up and fix them something to eat," whatever. But I remember this one, oh, it was just, Mama was cooking pancakes. And I know have you heard me tell this one?
I don't remember pancakes, no.
Mama was cooking pancakes one morning. She had a big stack of pancakes. She brought them over to the table. She set them down in front of Daddy. Butter, syrup, knife, fork, everything, right there. She went back to the stove to finish cooking more pancakes. And he sat there, I was watching him. I was like, why is he sitting there? He said, "Mama," she said, he said, "come and pour my syrup on my
Oh
pancakes."
my God, no, he did.
And I said, "Don't you do that." It's right there. Don't you do that. And she came over and poured his syrup. And she said things were different back then.
I remember telling Mama several times. I said, "Ain't that much love in the world?" She was
That's why I guess that's
Daddy
why
was
I'm
spoiled rotten.
that's why I'm setting up with no pancakes and no man.
Look,
But
times were different then.
that's for another day. Anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
look, times were different then.
Yes, times were different.
I don't remember a specific time, but I do remember. I mean, like when we get ready to go to church. Remember, it was
Oh
like
my
Daddy
goodness.
only had him to get ready, and then Mama had all of us to get ready, and plus herself, and then Daddy would get ready and go sit in the car and blow the horn and
Do
Mama,
you
we're
do
gonna be
you
late.
remember the only time that they would ever have words was when it was Sunday morning?
Yes.
I mean, do you remember the time that he went off and left her? He left her at home and then went, and people started calling Mama in the afternoon. Miss Curle, how you doing? You feeling? He had went to church and told people Mama was sick and couldn't come to church, and he had run off and left her.
No,
Daddy, you went to church.
I don't remember. I remember when the tables were turned. I remember when
Oh
Mama
yes,
got up and got ready, and she went and sat in the car and started blowing the horn. And started
yes.
blowing the horn. Mama, stop that! Mama, stop!
The neighbors.
She was, yeah, stop that! But I remember when she turned. As I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. She had that. I have a lot of Mama in me. The difference is Mama's
Yes,
was subtle. Mama would do things subtly. And you do too, but you do things. Me and you both do things outwardly, not subtly.
yes,
Mama
yes.
was Mama was funny. Mama was funny.
Did Jeremy tell about the donut?
No, he did not. I
He's
think TJ said he was going to tell about the donut,
yes.
but
Somebody tell
yeah,
about the donut. It was
he did not tell that. Like I said, but there's a lot of stories like that. But because, like I said earlier, you can't say Mama without saying Daddy, Nan without
exactly,
Pat, Howard without
exactly.
Margaret. They just
Right,
went together.
right. It was it was it was one person. You
Exactly.
know, it got and when Daddy passed, this is going to sound a little bit, but when Daddy passed, I was glad Daddy passed first
Oh no, absolutely.
because he could not have dealt with Mama passing.
At all. Yeah.
And that's stuff you don't see. You don't see, couples like that, love like that, and yeah, I mean, it's just, I heard somebody say talking about living in a mansion or whatever, but it's a house, it's not a home. And I know we have talked about our upbringing and how we were embarrassed for friends to come over, and now you stop and think, why did my friends want to come over? Why did they? And would rather, sit out in the floor, which we was like, oh my goodness,
Right.
would rather do that and be just as happy. And I mean, and then later on, as some of them grew up and had children, they brought them back, to some of them called them Papa and Mama Curle, brought their children back. And I don't know if the children would remember this, but I have to think, this is something they wanted to pass on to their children. I
Right.
mean, that's
That's a
that's
legacy. That's a
that's
legacy.
powerful. That is very powerful. Yeah, yeah. And Monica and I were in Walmart, and I think I was telling you about the woman that said she knew the Curls or whatever, because she looked at Monica and she said, "I know you, right, Monica?" And she said, and I was asking her, I said, "Well, we're from Hodgenville, any Curls or whatever?" She said, yeah, she knew Mom and Daddy. She said, "I remember that sweet Miss Margaret from Bill Wilson's grocery store."
Wow.
I said, "Meat for me." And I was just like, wow. I was like, you, wow.
Wow. She
Because
went way back. She
I
went
had
way
forgotten
back.
about Bill Wilson's girl, and that was a long, long while ago. But our memories are, I mean, it's just, we have so many. We are so blessed.
Absolutely.
And I mean, even though, they're not right here, they're right here,
Right, right.
you know. And I mean, even my grandson, Jace and Kai, they would, say something about Nan, Nan and Pap, and I mean, it's just, what did he say? She still speaks,
She still speaks.
and so does he.
And that's the
Yes,
thing, is that I think Daddy was so proud because like one of the last pictures of us as a family together was right after Jace was born. I think Daddy was holding Jace.
yes,
Because
yes. See,
that was his baby's baby. You know what I mean?
he was in the hospital
Yeah,
when,
yeah, he was. That's the picture I'm thinking
yes,
about. He was in the
yes,
hospital.
and see, he was 15 months old when Mama passed, and Mama just, she was already sickly, but we go to Jim and Case, and he'd go over there, and she would just want to hold him, just sit, and he would, at that age, he would
Yeah,
squirm,
he's
and
squirming.
yeah, and but she would just hold him and just look at him, just like, wow. Yeah, that was first great grand, right?
Correct.
Yes,
Now
yes,
I'm
yes,
gonna kind of shift here and
yes.
kind of close it out, but I'm gonna share some pictures with you. And
Oh, we've already talked that long.
yeah, we've talked over 20 minutes, and generally we try to, I
Yeah.
know that's what I'm saying, it goes fast. It goes
Yes,
very
yes,
fast.
yes, yes.
But the first picture, I'm just gonna ask you if you remember anything about it. And because I have a quick memory of the sacrifices that Mom and Daddy made for us. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
mean,
right,
that I didn't really realize at the time.
right. Of
I
course,
realize now. So
right.
let me know when you can see these.
Uh, oh, we were so cute.
Do you remember this
Where
was
were
at
we?
this
Where
is
were
at
we?
the LaRue County Fair.
Yes, that's what I thought.
So
Yeah,
if you remember, Daddy used to work, he used to pick up extra shifts or whatever, parking cars at the
yes,
fair so we could get in the fair free.
right. I remember that.
And it's like, but I didn't, realize that it was like, yeah, we go to the gate where they were, charging admission or to
Mhm.
park or whatever, and it'd be like, hire Curl. Then we could go on
Wow.
through. We would get in the fair for free. But oh my God, this is probably circa 1970.
You look happy and I look so mad.
I say, here's you and here's me. Girl, what was, we're not going to talk about that.
No, we're not going there, and we're not going there today. Take that off the
I
list.
look like you have on some culottes though. But that's what I love about this picture. Number one, you and I
Yeah,
are doing this episode. It's me and you at the fair. But I remember Daddy working at the fair after he done worked all day now to park cars at night. It was the last week in July, so we could get in the fair for free.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Next picture. I love
Oh
this
my
picture.
goodness, I love
Let
this
me,
picture.
this had to been 1983, I'm thinking, because TJ was not even a year old, doesn't look like right here.
Wow.
So there's Daddy. I don't even remember the pony's name.
I don't remember the pony's name either.
And here's TJ and Jeremy and Jamie.
Wow.
And that's in front of the house, out
Right, right.
because I know Jeremy was saying during his episode how, that childhood was something, that was a wonderful memory he had. He was like, everybody wanted a pony. Like we had two. They had two ponies. So here's Daddy with his grandsons on the pony.
Yes, 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 yes. And go ahead. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where this picture. Oops, wait a minute. Let me back it out a little bit.
Yeah, because I ain't got no clothes.
I was gonna say you had on.
What am I wearing?
I don't know.
Was that legal?
I don't know. You showing a lot of leg right there, but
I
anyway,
know, girl.
ain't Bill. We're going to
Oh,
have an episode just on Aunt Belle
Aunt
because she was
Belle,
just so
yes.
spectacular.
So it's, oh my goodness.
This was
So
at somebody's house because both of y'all got food.
yeah, and I'm sitting in a lawn chair.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know where that could be, but Aunt Belle was there. I'm gonna say Aunt Belle, she was
wow.
a visionary. Aunt Belle was a visionary. Now, this
Uh,
girl, I don't know what, I just put this in here to show we are family. Okay, that's we are family. That's all I can say. Look, Kenny got his hair part in the middle, slicked down.
I know.
You are a beanpole.
I know. What happened?
That is a beanpole.
The pole got some beans on it.
I gotta say, yeah, I got the whole garden, but anyway, look,
Jimmy got the Jerry curl.
and got her little Rudy shirt on. Billy got on a shirt that says Chevrolet, and that was a business that Rudy used to own. I remember that
Yes,
in
okay.
Tampa. I gotta
And
say, but this I don't even know where this was taken.
they look so happy.
Absolutely, and
They
all
look
the
so
pictures
happy.
that they have were happy, and that comes to the last picture.
Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Now they look at them.
Like I say,
And
it's so this is after what? Probably 40 some years, because this looks similar to where we had what they looked like when we had their 40-year anniversary.
but look how healthy and just happy and even as their health deteriorated, they were still happy. I mean, that's
Always.
I remember going back there at Jim and Kay's, they were in the back and they had those twin beds.
Yes.
And I remember walking in and they were reaching across holding hands.
Oh.
And I was like, what are y'all doing back here?
I remember that there's one picture, I should have pulled that up and showed it. It's a picture of them asleep in the bed. I think they're in one bunk bed. They're asleep together in one bunk bed.
Yes.
But I'm gonna say always they set an example for us.
Oh yes.
That we let's say that we can leave a legacy. We can leave for our families and our kids.
And their legacies were shown. I mean, their legacies when they passed. I mean,
absolutely.
The people that I mean, I had a co-worker of mine when I worked in the factory told me, he said, I stood in line for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Just a few. I mean, this was well, I mean, it was
it was packed. I guess say that speaks volumes.
Yes.
That speaks volumes because the things that we didn't have financially.
Yes.
We were rich. We were just rich in so many other ways.
Yeah, but our eyes were on the material at that time. When
mine was, yeah.
Well, mine too. And but now we know. I mean, now we value and we pass along and we hope and pray that our grandchildren look back and say, this is where I came from.
Absolutely. And hopefully YouTube will be around for years to come to where they can pull this up and see us talking about mom and daddy long after we gone.
Yes. And now look, this is the stock I come from right here.
Exactly. Yes. Look, good stock.
Yes.
But thank you, Sissy, for joining and for agreeing to be a guest on this episode. Do you have any final words to leave us with?
I just think everybody, that has family should, I mean, they may not be able to do the podcast like you're doing. Get your memories, get your memories, keep your memories. Memories are something nobody can take away from you.
Absolutely.
You may lose a picture, but your memories are your memories. You can reach in and pull out whatever you want.
Absolutely.
At any time. So, be happy and do that. Life is short.
Shorter than we all know. But again, thank you all once again for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Memories of Margaret on YouTube or Spotify by simply clicking the subscribe button. Also, like us and follow us on the Facebook page, Memories of Margaret. Now, if you would like to be a guest on a future episode, please leave a message on the Facebook page. Again, that's Memories of Margaret, or send an email to memoriesofmargaretnaomi@gmail.com. Now, in the next episode, I'll be sharing some more from Mama's diary, including some photos from some of her suitors that I found.
Okay.
So make memories with your family. Thank you.